years ago, maybe 20 years ago, practically the whole of Accra, we dug under the whole of Accra to put a sewage system. Now, then came change of government, and later on it was suggested that we should try to activate the system. The drawings could not be found. Pipes are there, buried, and it's money which is buried. And the main reason why we'll not be able to use it is that we don't have the records. The impact on citizens is even greater than you would believe. Up to now, I don't think we fully realize that record keeping is important. Whenever there's a problem, instead of finding out what has happened before, what we did in the past, and why it didn't succeed, or what successes we had, we simply start afresh. We go on reinventing the wheel all the time.
We have had a vision for this country to develop the economic and political, social, and economic base to the benefit of the people of this country. In this process, we have aimed at developing all institutions and modernizing all our processes, all our rules, all our regulations, and bringing them to modern standards so that we can deliver efficiently and effectively services and goods. We also looked at the most basic and critical area of records management in Ghana. We realized that we have been keeping poor records. Most managers grope in the dark. They go through piles and piles of documents, wasting hours and sometimes days and weeks searching for information which haven't been properly stored, and which make it very difficult to retrieve and use. No government in this modern era can survive and achieve any degree of economic, social, and political development without having access to proper records. We have been trying to be transparent and accountable in all that we do, and it's so necessary, for that matter, that our records keeping must be on top of everything that we do, because it is there that we can store all that is necessary to help us to manage the economy and to help us to provide timely and needed services to the people.
It can be very frustrating when you do not have records when you want them. And sometimes when you've taken a lot of effort to run various tests, which can be quite expensive, and the records are not available, you need to run them all over again, and this can be very time consuming and frustrating. So we would like our records available at a snap of a finger.
I remember very well when I was young that the outpatient folders or inpatient folders were never taken out, and there was an inscription on it not to be taken away. But now it seems to me that is not the case anymore, and people in fact carry their records or documents, folders all over to their houses, and they can misplace, they can soil information in it, and this will make it difficult for its use. He can forget, and then when he shows up here, the records are nowhere to be found.
Pensioners are very old before they come in here. They are very old, and some find it very difficult climbing the steps to come up here to collect their gratuity. The administrative processes are just too many for an aged pensioner to bear. All the staff are accounting clerks. There is no record keeper amongst us. In that case, we have to combine the record keeping work together with our accounting work. There is this problem of looking for old documents. Because of the haphazardness of the keeping of the records. Accounting staff feel very reluctant to go in and look for old jackets at times. It is very tiring, to be frank. Therefore, we have one old man around. He's been there for a very long time. He's been here for about 40 years and above. So he knows how the work goes over here. So we have maintained him to be helping us in picking up those old records.
We hired a lawyer because our employers refused to pay us our pension benefits. He investigated our complaint. Our employers then said that there was no record of our employment, but we've been working with them since 1957. This is what they finally gave us in 1989, a check for 89 cedis after 33 years of service. Our case has been in court now for 7 years.
Sometime in 1973, an Accra-based businessman died, leaving behind a substantial estate. Soon after his death, his eldest son sued the customary successor for a declaration that the entire estate on the death of his father devolved to his children.
The papers concerning my case could not be found. So we petitioned the Chief Justice, who asked the Chief Registrar to produce them. After a long search, all he could find was the file cover.
What it means is that we have to spend a lot of time, money, energy going all over the case again. It may mean that some of the witnesses are dead and their valuable evidence will be lost. It will also mean that we would have to again use a lot of the cost time to relitigate a matter which substantially has been dealt with. If we are able to find the records, the court will be able in a very short time to dispose of this matter, thereby having more time to deal with other very important cases at will. For both sides, it's very frustrating, for the children and for the family.
The births and deaths records are poorly kept. We have no way of keeping track with people who have died, people who have come of age, and yet the law requires that if you are 18, you are entitled to vote. So by not keeping proper records, we are actually depriving some citizens of their right to vote.
Our new vision then means that we feel that records management will really lie at the core of our decision making, especially as we move towards accelerated development in this country. This is to bring us into the modern era where information technology and masses of data are available and at our disposal, both within this country and from outside, containing valuable information which we think we will need in order to move this country forward. Particularly, we hope that as we also embark upon our new democracy, human rights and administrative justice will become a reality when people are equipped with information, the proper information, the timely information, and relevant information which will enable them to take decisions and take advantage of whatever resources that are available to them.
Our focus is on the National Record Center, but we should not lose sight of the registries in our agencies, which are the real points for creating records.